and Islam is their religion.
My religion is Reformed Judaism.
Well, in our religion, for funerals, the men normally take the body to the crematorium and then we're not allowed to go with because it's against our culture, because they say that men should be there when the body's burnt, not women. I don't know why, but it's just always been like that, and it doesn't really offend me because I don't really want to see relatives being cremated. I mean, that's not something I would want to see. And for prayers and stuff, women are normally in the center of the prayer because they have to do everything, because they're seen as like the head of the household, like they sort of, in a way, they head up the household because they clean and they cook and everything, and men normally just go to work. So that's basically the differences.
Dressing. Women are told to dress more conservatively than men. That is quite unfair. And then also with the cemetery, women are not allowed to go to the cemetery unless your family member is getting buried, whereas men are allowed to be at the cemetery at any time. In Islam, men are allowed 4 wives, yet women are only allowed 1 husband. This is unfair and may seem discriminatory and unequal, yet this is the religion of Islam. So we trust that God made everything for a reason, and those rules were set out for a reason.
Reformed Judaism, women and men are technically equal. However, traditionally, women don't really become rabbis, and on a Friday night, normally the male head of the household takes the seder while the women have to serve or do candles.
Religion is quite open compared to other religions, because it's basically what you think is right and wrong, so you choose your path. So if you want to do wrong, you can do it, but at the end of the day, you know it's wrong and you shouldn't be doing it. So it's basically your choice. That's what I believe.
These laws do seem unfair, especially to those outside of Islam. Yet, as a Muslim, we believe that you have faith in God, and what He has set out is what you have to follow and not to disobey that. So even though occasionally you may doubt it and seem that it does feel unfair, to not have 4 husbands in case. But we believe what the laws that God sets out, and that is what we should obey. Therefore, it's justifiable.
Well, I don't really have a desire to be a rabbi, so I don't really mind that. However, I do think it's a bit unfair that my grandmother doesn't get to be sort of the head of the family every now and then.
We were all created the exact same way, even though some people have certain abilities and some capabilities, even though stuff like that. But women, there are certain standards or boundaries to women in certain religions. I understand them, being conservative, that can be okay, but a woman is supposed to be ahead of something. Just to show that we also are capable of being in power.
I think gender inequality in certain religions is unfair, but not all religions will be unfair.
I do believe it is unfair because women have rights, and we should be treated equally because we are just as equal as men.
I do believe that it is unfair, but nevertheless it is tradition, and lots of things have been carried back from time. So I do think that even though it could be seen as unfair in today's society, it should nevertheless be respected as it's tradition.